Welcome to today's episode of Financial Fluency. I am here with Meliss Jakubovic. Did I say that right?
You did.
Okay, Jakubovic from Meliss Marketing. Meliss is a Facebook ads expert and marketing strategist. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor.
And I was just admiring your backdrop. If anyone's listening, instead of watching on YouTube, you might want to pop over to YouTube just to check out the cool backdrop behind Meliss.
Handmade.
So Meliss, tell me. So the job of Facebook ads expert is a relatively recent phenomenon, I feel like, just in the last couple of years, has that been a job, right?
Absolutely.
So what led you to this? What were you doing before you became a Facebook ads expert?
I don't know how far back you want me to go, but I've always been an entrepreneur, and it's just when I get an idea in my head, like nothing can stop me. So I just keep going and going and going until something is created. And then when I create something and the final product is there, usually it morphs into something else or it leads me into another direction. So that's what happened with Facebook advertising. Before this, I was doing health and life coaching online. That was my first online business. I actually own 5 companies. 2 of them are virtual. And so the health and life coaching business is great. And it was so amazing to be able to help all these people overcome whatever stresses they're going through or going through life transitions. And the way that I built that business is through Facebook ads. And it was really successful. And then all of my entrepreneur friends were like, oh, can you help me with this Facebook ad? You're doing so well. So I started helping my friends and realized that there's a lot of people that have great stuff to offer, but don't really know what to do with it. So it kind of pushed me in that direction a little bit. And then Meliss Marketing came about. And now I run Facebook ads and do all the marketing and funnel strategy for several different clients.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you've had 5 companies. One's Meliss Marketing. One was the health and life coaching. What was that business called?
That is still active. It's called My Coach Meliss, and you can find that online.
And what about before that? What
before that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I started off, and I still am, a professional Israeli folk dancer. And so I teach folk dancing to children all over the Atlanta area. And I travel around, I go to dance camps. I've been doing that since I'm 7. And I started that company when I was a sophomore in high school. And I would do half-day high school and half-day work. And I just did it was called joint enrollment. You can go to high school and college at the same time. So I'd get half my day cleared. And then I would teach performance choreography and stage managing in the schools. And I also have adult classes. And then I realized everybody loves moving their body and they love music, but that niche is just so specific. So then I went from there to yoga training, and I have a yoga company. I feel like that can really reach a ton of different people. And so I was doing my yoga business and my dance business, and people were asking me, oh, can you play this type of music for our parties? And that kind of put me in a different direction to DJing. So I DJ on the weekends. And all 3 of those companies are really the same. You play music, you get people to move their bodies and have a good time. And then from there, I was like, I need to reach more people, not just here in the Atlanta area. I need to get online and find out how I can help people with their struggles through health and fitness. And that's what got me to my health and life coaching company. And then from there, Facebook ads.
Wow. So all of them are still active?
They're all active, yes.
Do you have staff for the other businesses?
So I have a big team for my Meliss Marketing company. We're a team of 9. That's the only way I can make it happen. For life and health coaching, it's me and my designer and my web designer, but they are the same people for my Facebook ad company. And then the other 3 are all on my own. So I just squeeze those in whenever I can. That's the beauty of working from home. I could work all day on Facebook ads and then run out and teach a yoga class and come back. So it's nice. Yeah. I like the variety.
A studio space where you teach and other people teach as well? Is that how it works?
Well, for dancing, I get hired to go to other people's spaces. So I don't have my own studio for that. For yoga, I do have a space that I rent, and I also substitute in a bunch of the studios around here, and we do like one-on-ones and stuff like that.
Wow,
So,
you are a very busy woman. That's a lot of
yes.
stuff. And you have children as well, right?
Yes, I have 2 boys. I'm a single mom of a 10 and 8-year-old, and they are my everything. And they help me with everything. They love everything I do, and I feel like kind of ripples off onto them. My son, last summer, he created his own little prospect video and sent it to the karate studio nearby our house as a 9-year-old and tried to call them up and was like, we could run your Facebook ads. Like, are you a kid? So it's fun. Yeah.
That is really funny. Do they help out with the dancing or the yoga? Are they interested in that?
Both of my kids dance, and they both enjoy yoga. We do bedtime yoga sometimes, and they love that too.
Nice. Well, that sounds like a really full life with all of these things going on.
Yeah, I love it. I wouldn't change it.
So how do you manage to juggle all of this?
I'm very scheduled. I have a physical calendar. I have an online calendar. People have to book to meet with me, so that's the only way I can really fit them into the schedule. But I like to have a full plate, and I've always been that way. Even in school, I remember if I had one project, it wouldn't really get done. But if I had 5 projects, all of them would get done. I just love to constantly doing something. I don't like to sit still for a second. I feel like I'm wasting time. But I do enjoy my alone time, and then I do get to chill out. But I really like to work towards projects and get them done. So I just fill in my scheduler. From this time to this time, I'm doing this. From this time to this time, I'm doing this, and it works.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Well, I guess with you, part of your work being yoga, you might be getting in some of that stillness and meditative time.
Yes.
Anyways, so.
I make sure to take me time every single day. It's really important for me.
Wow. Okay. So right now, what's the main thing that your focus is Meliss marketing the main thing you focus on?
Oh, absolutely. I'm doing that like 18 hours a day. That's what it feels like, at least. I'm always working for myself and for my clients with Meliss marketing. And it's really just scaled tremendously in the last 6 months, which is super exciting. And then the other stuff I just plug in on the side, like my life and health coaching business. It runs on autopilot online. I have an online course there. I wrote a few books, and then I'll do a few one-on-ones. I just take on a few every quarter. And then for dancing, I do that in the evenings, or occasionally if I'm working on a specific show, I'll just work a lot of hours in that 1 month for that one show. And DJing's on the weekends, and yoga is sporadic. So it all fits in.
Wow. The books, what are your books? Tell me about your books.
Push Positive is my first book. It's called Push Positive, Pushing Play on Your Positive Life. It's a life coaching book. And then my second book is called My Vision Journal. And it's a supplement to that. It's a journal that my kids use even every day, and I use myself. And you just write in what you're grateful for every day and positive affirmations, and really try to find the beauty in every moment.
Is the journal a physical product that people buy and write in? Oh, nice.
Yep.
I have to admit, I do love having a paper journal to hand write.
I love that too. I think it's really something about just sitting there and reading the book and touching the pages and writing your thoughts is just different than being all online. So
Well, and I feel like so many of us spend so much of the rest of our time on the computer anyways. You know, so much work is on the computer, and then also so much socializing with social media.
Right.
We could be writing all the time. I put Grammarly on my computer recently, and it tracks not only,
nice.
My mistakes and things and my vocabulary, but it also tracks the words I type across all of these different platforms. For some reason, it won't do Google Docs, but it'll do like anything in a browser. So all social media, and then like Word docs and different things. So I've ended up seeing how much I'm actually writing. I had 1 week when I did like 10 articles, and I wrote 77,000 words in 1 week. And it's just like, that could have been a book if I'd been focused.
Yeah. Print it out and glue it together.
But it made me realize just how much typing we all do every day. I mean, most people probably don't track their, posts and their responses and their emails and their social media. And like to think about how many words you type every day. We type a lot these days.
It's amazing. Yeah, I'm always typing. That's true.
Yeah, but that's
and even on the phone with your thumbs.
That is true too. Yeah. But to also get 2 books in the midst of all of this is pretty amazing. You must be very focused and efficient with your time.
I have to be efficient. I learned that being a single mom. Like, there's no way I can get kids packed up and ready to go to school or camp or whatever we have to do without having a system. So there's charts, there's systems, very structured in that way. It doesn't always work the way I want it to, but at least it's there. The intent is there.
Yeah, that's good. So what kind of clients do you specifically work with in your Meliss marketing?
We have 3 basic types of clients. We have brick and mortar stores who are trying to fill their appointments, like yoga studios, chiropractors, pet sitting, stuff like that. We also have coaches and consultants who are trying to create a product from something they're passionate about. And we consult with them, and I try to help them pull out their strengths and turn it into an online product, and then build out a business from there with an online course or products like that. And then we also work with companies who are dealing with some e-commerce, trying to sell items, which is actually the hardest niche of all 3 of those. But it's a challenge. It's a nice challenge. So those are the 3 main types of people that we work with.
As you were saying that, I was thinking about e-commerce because I was like, well, that seems like the most obvious one because people are online and you buy things online. But I guess people go to Amazon or to eBay or, they go those places looking for specific items and products as opposed to Facebook as much.
Right. And some Facebook products do tremendously well with likes and shares, but really the way that you need to get to the ideal client is to tap into why they need that product and what their problem is that you're solving. So it really brings in an emotional element to it that Amazon doesn't have. And Facebook is all about sharing your story. So it's kind of the only way to make it work is to first start with the story and why you have a problem, how we can help you, and then eventually get to the product. So it is a little bit more of a process.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have to admit, my own experience with Facebook ads has not been terribly successful or stress-free or frustration-free.
Right.
I was actually just trying, because my husband and I have 2 different online businesses. He runs the record label that we've run a record label since the 90s. And I was like, nowadays with Facebook, I'm sure we could specifically target people better. But then I was like, oh, I already have my pixel set up on my website, and like, oh, I have to do this like business manager thing now. Like, I was just trying to do this the other day and I was tearing my hair out, and it wouldn't set up the other PayPal. Like, I finally did get the business account set up, but my account was still under my personal one. And I was like, should I bring it over to the business? Well, you know what? I'm just going to leave that one alone. So I tried through the other one, and I was finding it's like, there just kept being things where I was like, well, wait a minute. Why can't I add the page? Why won't it let me? Why don't I have a new pixel? Like, I think for us, those of us who aren't in the Facebook ads marketing space, who don't know this stuff, well, it can feel impossible just to get the ads up and working, to me at least.
Absolutely. That's kind of what started this whole thing for me. I was hiring people to run my ads in my life and health coaching company, and it wasn't doing what I wanted. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to learn this on my own. That's it. And I just dived in, and there's so much. It was like years and years and years of learning, and I still don't know everything. So, and also when it changes all the time. Exactly. And so it's like, just when you get it, we got to figure it out again. But there's so much involved that it just feels better to have a team that we can all do it together. And it's too much because you really want to focus on your business. You want to focus on your record label or whatever. You don't want to focus on for 12 hours on how to do all this stuff. And each little item that you think is going to be like, oh, just one quick little thing, going to open the business manager. It's like, but first you need to do these 15 things and wait for this to get approved. And it's just a lot of busy work to get it done. But once it's done, it's an amazing feeling and it's really successful.
Well, I felt like I couldn't even get to the strategy part of it. Sorry, I forgot to put my phone on silent. I'm just putting my phone on, it buzzed at me. So I thought, like I didn't even get to the strategy part because I got bogged down in just the tech of it.
Right. There's so much tech involved. And that's why I feel like everyone should hire a marketing specialist on their team so they can focus on what they're good at and then get someone else to help them like strategically grow their company.
So in terms of affordability or budgeting for Facebook ads, you know, there's the ads itself, but if you hire someone to do it, what kind of price range can people expect from hiring a Facebook ad, like for your company? How much does it cost to run?
It's going to range from $1,500 to $2,500 a month, depending on what it is we're doing for you. If you're like a startup company and you need to be built out from scratch, it's going to be higher than if you're a company who's been in good standing for 10 years and has a bunch of content. We also create all the content if you need that. So we have the ability to really take person off the street with an idea and make them into some marketing genius at the other end of the tunnel. But there's a cost involved with that, of course. But I really feel that once you get everything in order and you follow the formula that's been proven again and again on how to do this, the money that's coming back in makes it all worth it because you're going to have a high ROI, a return on investment. So you really have to front the money up front and build out all the systems you need and then send the right people to your funnel. And then the money comes back 3 or 10-fold. So it makes it worth it. And people who don't have such high of a budget can use our services or any Facebook ad services in smaller increments, like just do one little part this month and another little part the next month until you're ready to put in that big investment. That's what we recommend to people who can't afford it. But obviously, businesses grow quicker when you can just give it a big punch right up at the beginning. Just start everything right at once, and then all these people will swarm into your funnel all at once. It makes it easier than trickling people in, and because you're building content that entire time as opposed to just starting.
So for people like the e-commerce people say, maybe they're selling lower priced item, you know, like if someone's selling a $3,000 coaching package,
right,
every single sale it
makes a big impact.
Makes a big impact. But if you're selling something that's like $25 each.
Right.
Yeah.
So the good news is more people will buy your $25 product as opposed to your $3,000 product. So yeah. So for like our e-com clients with a $25 product, we can get them $1,000 in one day or, and then just, you know, you do that every month. You'd repeat that process again and again. And we're constantly changing the ad. So there's no ad fatigue. We'll keep an ad with the right target for however long, but then when we see that we need to change it, we will change it. So we're constantly changing things, monitoring things so that more and more people are seeing your item. And the cheaper your item, the more people will buy it. So it does even out in the end.
Okay, so you just spread a much wider net and get more leads in.
Right. It's all about numbers. So if you're going to hit 10 people, you might only get one person. But if you're going to hit 1,000 people, it'll be bigger than that. So, yeah.
Okay. So do you ever worry about your business relying on a third party that changes things all the time? I'm just curious. You know, on Facebook, like they do change things so often.
No, I feel like, I'm constantly learning. Like that is the number one thing that I do. I'm never stopping my education. So there's a bunch of gurus online that I've learned from. I'm always reading. I mean, personal development is super important for me, whether it's emotional or business development, doesn't matter, but I'm constantly learning the new hot trends. And when something new on Facebook is happening, like I make sure we are on top of it because that's where we're moving in that direction. And if you think about it, everything is changing all the time. Like people were advertising on billboards not too long ago, and now we have the internet. So the people who are actually online are the ones that are getting the best amount of exposure as opposed to the businesses who still are not online. So it's just constant learning and always embracing what that new information is and using it.
Okay. So if someone is as novice as me, I just explained how novice I was. I was like, oh my God, I can't find the pixel. and they're curious about Facebook ads, but they're not sure it's going to work for them. Like, do you have some tips that they could try out themselves to get started and see, you know, 'cause I feel like it's hard to go from like zero Facebook ads budget to a $1,500 to $2,000 a month budget. Like you were saying, like, what would be some ways that people could dip their toes in, see some success, and realize like, okay, this is something I need to go in big on?
First of all, they need to understand what their products are, who they're selling it to, and really dive deep into that connection. Like, number one, I tell all my clients the most important thing is to know who you are offering your product or service to. Who is your ideal client? And that might sound really cliche. If you've ever done any research for Facebook ads, a lot of people are saying, who's your target audience? But that is really so, so important, because the way Facebook ads works is not like any other advertising. You are literally putting your product or service directly in front of the people who are most likely to buy it. So if you don't know who that is, then it won't work for you, because you're giving your stuff out to just random people. And if you're the type of business owner that says, my product's good for everybody, then you're really not going to be successful on Facebook. So you need to figure out, where are your people hanging out online? What books do they read? What magazines do they subscribe to? What type of food do they eat? What grocery stores do they go to? What area do they live in? Are they men? Are they women? What age group they are? And all of this is really essential, so that when you go into the Facebook Ads Manager, you're able to target those people and put your product in front of them. But I would also say that you need a really bang-in Facebook page. Like, you need to have a good cover photo. You need to have a good profile photo, not just a logo. It needs to express what you're doing, what you're offering, maybe what your current offer is right now, and use that as prime real estate. And make sure you're posting valuable content, not just buy this from me, today we have a sale. Like, it really needs to engage your audience and make them fall in love with you. And of course, sharing stories are like the number one thing on Facebook. So be open about who you are, what you're offering, how it helped you, how it helped your friends, how it helped your clients or customers, and give all these opportunities for people to relate to you, because everyone's looking for that me too effect. Like, oh, me too, that happened to me too. So if you're able to share something that someone else can say me too, then they're more likely to follow you, as opposed to your competitor or somebody else. And so just constantly offer valuable content to your ideal client.
And so as far as the Facebook page, are we talking the biz page? Because that's the one that you can use the interactions to target.
Yes, you need to have a business page in order to run Facebook ads for your business. So that would be step one, get a business page. And then step two, gather all the content you can think of. And I wouldn't post it right away, but I like to sit down on the last day of the month and plan out my content for the whole month. And that way I know what I'm going to be posting every single day. And when it comes time to post, I'm not freaking out. What am I supposed to post? So you definitely want to plan ahead and really run your business like a business, not like a hobby. So you want to make sure, if you're in a big airline company, you could be sure that they already know what they're going to be posting a month from now. So you should run your business the same way. Schedule out your posts, know what you're going to say, and plan it according to your launches or your sales or whatever discount you're going to give or special offer, so that it just runs seamlessly and you can focus on doing the actual businessy stuff of your business, talking to your clients or coming up with creative products or something like that.
So I feel like, I have a biz page and I have my personal page. On my personal page, I'm edging up towards that limit. I'm over 4,000 friends now. On my biz page, I have like 1,400. And I tend to post on my personal page a lot more because I get engagement there. And I've tried out doing Facebook Lives on both too. And the same thing, like if I do it on my personal page, I get all kinds of people. We hang out, we talk, it's fun. I do it on my biz page and I'm like,
crickets.
I'll keep talking. But when I'm done, there's nobody's talking to me for the most part. A few times people have come on and been like, hey, but so I find it so much less personally fulfilling and rewarding to use my biz page because it has so much less engagement. How do you fix that?
That's a good question, and that's a good problem. And the thing is that it depends what your type of business is. So when I was doing just my health and life coaching, I too used my personal page, and people felt really connected. And so if you invest more on your personal page, more people are going to connect with you. Also, if you're finding friends in groups, they're going to connect with you on your personal page. But you can offer incentives to have them come to your business page, or you can go live on your business page and share it on your personal page. So if you post something on your business page and then go into your personal page and share the post of your business page onto your personal page, then all of those friends on your personal list will see, oh, she has a business page. I wouldn't recommend posting the same stuff on both pages, because then there's no incentive. They're like, oh, we like her here. Why do we need to like her here? So if you're offering maybe some special offers on the business page, you can engage your personal page audience and say, hop on over here where I'm offering this. Or you can start sharing a story on your personal page and saying, find out what happens over here on my business page. So you just kind of drag them one by one over there and use that. Or if you were to engage with your audience on your business page as much as you are on your personal page, eventually they'll trickle in over there and feel engagement from you as well on the business page.
Okay. Is part of the reason that seems to happen, like I felt like there was a point, and I heard people talking about algorithms changing or something, where it got much harder for my business page posts to be seen as much as my personal, but then I also have so many more people following my personal than my business. So
there's Facebook Affinity, which plays a big part in this. So basically, Facebook Affinity is the more people that see your post, the more inclined Facebook is to share your next post. So if you were to ask an open-ended question to get engagement, like, which shoes should I wear today? This one or this one? And people seem to really love those types of questions. You can get hundreds of people giving you an answer. The following Facebook post is going to be put in all of those people's Facebook feeds. So yeah, so if you've posted a photo that has 500 likes on it, Facebook goes, wow, this person has something amazing to say. 500 people liked it. So they're going to say the next post that she posts is got to be just as important, and puts it in all the feed. So if the business page has 1 like, then yeah, no one's watching, so no one's seeing, so Facebook's not putting anything else in front of or after it.
But if I shared the one that only got 1 like on the biz page on my personal page and it gets like 25 likes or something, now will my next biz post get more?
No, you'll want your business page to have the likes.
Have the likes, okay.
Yeah. And you can share, if you have a really good post that you put on your business page, you can create that into an ad and then use that to get more likes on your business page and on the video that you shared or the image that you shared for the next one. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. That's good to know. Okay, these are some great tips. Thanks so much. I appreciate
it.
I'm going to go try them out myself and see if I can get more engagement.
Good. Let me know how it goes.
Well, I do know there are periods of time, like lately, in the summer, my kids are off school. I have special needs kids, so it takes a lot of time. And I've also been working on some big writing projects. And I actually had someone email me yesterday and be like, I haven't seen you around in internet land. Like, are you doing okay? Which is funny that anyone would even notice because we all have so much stuff going on. But I was thinking like, oh yeah, I haven't been posting as frequently. And it doesn't seem like people are like, even normally on my personal page, pictures of my kids get a lot of likes. People like love seeing what my kids are doing. And even those haven't been getting them, but maybe it's because I've just not been posting and they've not been getting as many. And then is it like, if you take a break from Facebook, does everything just go down? Yeah.
Yes. It's easier to keep the momentum going than to have to start new, but really it doesn't take that long. If you put an engaging post, some open-ended question or something that might not even be related to anything, put it right before you're about to post something really important, and you'll see a lot more engagement on that post.
Okay, that's good advice. I will try that out. So if people want to connect with you, where do they need to go? And do you have like a starter thing for people who aren't quite ready?
Yeah, absolutely. I have 2 offers I can give you guys. The first one is my top 5 Facebook tips. So you can go to Meliss Marketing. That's Melissa without the A. There's no A. So MELISS marketing.com/tips. But if you are ready to start really engaging with your audience and you really want to know more about the marketing side of it all, I would suggest downloading my Finding Your Dream Customer Guide. And you can get that at melissmarketing.com/dream. And that's a 8-page or 9-page marketing guide where you can really go through, use it as a workbook, and really brainstorm who it is you're trying to target.
That sounds excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Today, and I'm going to go try some of this stuff. See if I can get my business engagement up, because
you can do it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Meliss. It's been great.
Thank you. You too. Thanks so much, Jen, for having me.
And I will go see you on Facebook. I'm going to check all your stuff out too. So,
Okay, cool.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks.